you join us today at Donington Race Circuit with Caterham, and we're doing their drift experience.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've never driven a Caterham before.
I've had a passenger ride at the drift experience before at the British Motor Show last year, and that was a lot of fun. But this time we're going to be in the driver's seat. I'm a little bit nervous and excited at the same time. Of course, breakfast was included right before a briefing on the day from lead instructor and racing driver Alex Reed. He explained that for the morning we'd be split up into two groups. One learning to do controlled donuts, and of course the instructors made this look so easy, but trust me, that's because they have years of experience and do this all the time. Surely this has got to be one of the best jobs in the world. The second group will be learning a basic slalom drift course. Think Ken-blocked Gymkahna, only for mere mortals like us. This was a series of rights and lefts followed by a long left-hand power slide. And later in the day, we'd have to take the skills we learned on the donuts and the slalom and combine them where there would be a scored competitive run. And I know my son, once we get there, he's going to want to win.
There we go. You excited?
Yes, I'm ready to make a fool of myself.
With your XXL helmet, just to fit your dreads in.
Yeah. See, Bell or Arai, they need to start making like a Rasta helmet with a big bulge.
Now, one of the things my son hadn't mentioned is that he may have once been a racing driver, and after he graduated with a degree in motorsport engineering, he did a in-between job for a few months as a race and drifting instructor at a driving experience company. But there's always something to learn and improve, and the feedback from the instructors between each run was invaluable.
It's really good.
I'll try and not hit this time.
Yeah, that's all right.
And what was great about the whole experience is that everyone got quite a lot of seat time. Not that Damani needed it. He absolutely nailed that. Wicked.
So how was that?
That was good. That was really good fun. I thought,
You absolutely nailed it on your first run.
no. The first one was bad, and then I got worse, and then slightly better in some areas, then worse in other areas. When we go out next time, I want to be able to do that, but with a quick initiation. What happened before is I wanted to do that wheel spinning start, but I just didn't give it enough throttle, so I ended up just gripping up at the rear and shooting off too fast. So when I tried to turn in, I got loads of understeer. So for the next time we go out, I want to try and do a fast start. But for when you go out, a bit of advice, just pull away slowly, really slowly before you get up to the first one, and then just stab the throttle and then it'll kick out.
Yep. Floor it.
Literally floor it,
And then come off.
and then come off. Floor it, come off, and when you do your next run, you want to go like floor it and then go up, and then come off, and then as you're like mid transition, give it another stab. Whoop, up, up, up. Whoop, up, up, up.
Let's see how badly I messed this up.
I thought I was going to be spinning left, right and centre. I was a lot better than I thought I was going to be, but not as anywhere near as good as you were, obviously. But that's
It was really
just
good though. You were getting tidier at the end. You only had one spin, which was good.
yeah. Well, Sam said to me that, you know, if you don't do that at least once, then you're not actually finding the limit, because if you don't go over the limit, you don't know where it is. So
Exactly.
you know, I was only doing what my instructor told me to do, and I had a great time. Honestly, I'm loving it. I could do this all day. Oh, we are doing it all day. And of course, Damani nailed it yet again, and I got some more, let's call it, experience.
very good. Never mind. Next time.
I'm actually a bit annoyed with myself. I actually got worse. It was great fun. That was the most important thing. We've still got the donut section, and we've got the scored runs at the end of the day.
I think I improved a lot. My final run was really good. I even gave it some of the gun fingers in the air at the end.
Next, we had to learn how to do donuts, and we were shown how to get started with the basics first, starting slow and building up. We had to master this because the assessed course was going to combine the slalom and a donut section. And having done the slalom, this looked way easier. I mean, it's just going around in circles, right? I was sure I have no problem nailing this after the slalom course. I was wrong.
It ain't looking real good, but I won't give up. Pac said that I gotta keep my head up. Straight way too far, won't throw in the towel.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Keep it going.
Yay! Then it was Damani's turn, and obviously he was going to nail it. Oh.
Stay down, I run this town, they backing down, we going around. Yeah, the place will blow, these roots too deep. I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. Turn the lights up now, welcome to the show. I ain't never gonna stop, this is all I know. My eyes on the prize, until I die. I'm gonna rise, looking up to the sky.
Once you've pinned it close to the cone, you'll find you can just go I mean, the ultimate is a
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So that's your goal.
So I didn't do that well, but I got close at the end, didn't I?
It was better at the end. It's much better.
Much better.
Much better. You just need to find that balance between overdoing it and underdoing it, because there were some points where you'll horribly hear it. I'm like, go on, keep your foot in, because you have it, and then you don't put enough throttle in, and it straightens up.
Right, so now we're heading through the paddock to go and get some food at Garage 39. It's surprisingly hard work actually doing the donuts and the drifting.
And it's not like we're resting in between. We're like running around trying to sort out the cameras, and then when you're out, I'm filming. When I'm out, you're filming.
Lunch is all included in the day, so obviously if you come along, you get breakfast and lunch. They feed you, all included in the price. But now it's time for the briefing for the afternoon shootout, and I happen to know someone who's quite competitive.
The least competitive person in the world, and that's a fact.
We've just bumped into Driving Bex.
Hi!
She's got a YouTube channel, does all sorts of driving stuff.
So I'm so used to racing and going straight and keeping a car facing the right direction, so this has been a complete polar opposite for me and unlearning everything I already know.
But how much fun is that?
Oh my god, it's so much fun because it's against everything you do on a road or a racetrack even. It's amazing.
I just hit the camera on the awning. I'm going to leave that in the edit. Make sure you check out Driving Bex's YouTube channel.
It was then time for us to practice for the competitive runs, starting with one of the instructors showing us the new course. Now this isn't timed, scoring was going to be based on flair and precision. Miss a gate, you lose points. Knock over a cone, and you lose points. Spin, you lose points. The bigger, the more controlled the slides, the more points you gain. Now the course started out the same, but instead of a power slide there was another left, right, left, and then that went into a figure of 8. This was a curveball to really test us, as nobody had learned how to do this during the morning sessions. After the figure of 8 there was a donut, that dreaded donut. I was not looking forward to that. Of course the instructor made it look so easy, but for me I knew that that was my Achilles heel. Then as you came out of the donut there was a slalom, and that was all about getting as much swing and slide as possible. And of course the instructor delivered that with flair and a little extra tyre smoke. See how much space is doing that?
I'm a little bit nervous actually. I shouldn't be, but I am a little bit nervous.
Before I knew it, it was my turn to practice the course. I really tried to not overthink things. Unfortunately, I did. So my first runs, well, let's just say they didn't go very well. But I knew my attitude had to be just keep learning, keep improving from every one of my mistakes. And in the end,
I'm thinking that you just got to send it.
I'm not sure that was the best strategy.
So I went into it too fast again.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know what you do. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's just fine tuning it, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's really good though.
cheers, thank you.
Okay, where you go?
Damani is over there. He's taking this really seriously now because it's a competition and we're going to be scored. I actually said to him just now, all right, we haven't said anything on camera since our practice runs. He says, you can, I'm not, I'm in the zone. He used to be like this when he was in racing. He used to like tune out of everything. You couldn't talk to him and he would just focus. He said he was the least competitive person. I think that proves that he's the most competitive person.
Finally, I had to do my assessed run. And all I kept thinking is, don't think.
But I ain't got no fear. You can hit me around, but I won't stay down. I run this town, ain't backing down. We going around. Yeah, the roots will blow, but these roots are deep. I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. In the fire now, but I won't be burned. I was waiting for this, and now it's my turn. Sweat on my face, blood in my eyes. Been underground, now I aim for the skies. Quit now, you can last longer. All these wounds only making you stronger. Don't give up now, yeah, you gotta climb. But we'll give it your all until the end, until the end of time.
Yep, the donut got me.
You can kick me round, but I won't stay down. I run this town, ain't backing down. We going around. Yeah, the roots will blow, but these roots too deep. I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. Turn the lights up now, welcome to the show. I ain't never gonna stop, this is all I know. My eyes on the prize, until I die. I'm gonna rise, level up to the sky.
While my run wasn't great by my son's standards, it was one of my better ones. Meanwhile, Damani was definitely taking this very seriously. Now, one of the other competitors, a racing driver competing in a Caterham racing series no less, had delivered flawless practice runs all afternoon. We were convinced that he was the one who was going to take the prize. But on his assessed run, he had a spin. Other than that, he had a superb run. Now, even if Damani delivered a matching performance, that would not be enough. We were warned that he'd be scored far more harshly than everyone else. Partly because we were there as media guests and they didn't want it to look like they favoured us in any way, but also partly because of his experience. So Damani really had to earn this. Now, to have a chance of winning, and boy did he really want to win, he needed to deliver a run with both flamboyance and 0 mistakes.
Lights down, action. It's gonna be fine. You just put that one leg in front of the other and keep moving. You don't get what you need. We don't let them bring us down. But to make history, run this town. What we need is passion. Living by the code, cause you know the streets watching. I've been with a freak, loving what you
Oh, come on, Damani.
Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. Our drift champion, I think we all know who this is going to be. A great job by this person all day. Some amazing car control and holding it together under pressure towards the end. It's Damani.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for an amazing day.
No problem.
How did it go from your point of view?
I think it was great. You know, the driver level that we've had here today has actually been really good, which is brilliant. Everyone's shown really good improvement, and we've seen that through the end. As always, we get sometimes people put it together for that final run, and other times people fall apart under the pressure. But yeah, overall it's been great fun. It's been a pleasure having you all here.
Thanks again for an amazing day, and appreciate everything you've done to make it both a safe and very enjoyable experience.
No problem. It's been great to have you guys.
Cheers.
Well done.
Wow, what a day. It's been amazing.
It's been amazing.
And the footage speaks for itself. You absolutely nailed it. Like they are. They're doing passenger laps now. And but you nailed it. How do you feel?
Oh, what a rush. Honestly, what a buzz. I feel so sorry for the guy who came in second, essentially, because he did better than me in all of the practice runs. Forgot to say, I span out like in most of my practice runs, or made over-rotated, made a big mistake in all of them. He did all of them perfectly. And yeah, just came down to that final run. Everyone's a winner. Even you got a certificate.
I got a certificate
everyone's
for
a winner.
participating. Most importantly, I had fun. So thanks for joining us on Sportz-n-Touring. You can find out more about Caterham Drift Days via the link in the description. And of course, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you make sure you don't miss the other Caterham videos that we're going to be releasing. And we'll see you next time on Sportz-n-Touring.